Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny Berba. I wanted to talk about something in this video today. Something that I've noticed that a lot of people, I was going to say men, but people in general really struggle with. And because they struggle with this, it affects every area of their life. It affects their self-esteem. It affects their financial gain, making money. It affects their relationships with people. And basically it makes people, sorry my language, it makes people really fucking unhappy. And that's honesty. I see so many people struggling with honesty, and I teach people all the time. Obviously I teach men to overcome anxiety and to attract women with honesty. And of course the reason why I'm passionate about this topic, because it was something that I personally struggled with myself many years ago. And it's something that I always work on. I think it's something that we always have to work on, because I think for me, I find it relatively very easy, because it's just part of who I am. And I think it's part of who everyone is deep down. And I think this is the real struggle. This is the real test of a man, or test of life. And I've even seen women struggle with honesty. As you guys know, I've dated lots of women. I've been on hundreds of dates. And I've met some really amazing women. And I've obviously met some women that they were not right for me. But it's something that's just jumped out at me, and I wanted to make this video now. Occasionally I'll have it, and I'm not being judgmental, I'm not being critical. I'll have it with people that will get in touch with me. They maybe want to take a boot camp, or they want to take my program, and they will have problems keeping their word. And that, obviously years ago at the start, it used to bother me a little bit, because I think to myself, well, if someone can't keep their word and I'm keeping mine, it just felt unfair. But I've come to realise and be more understanding that that's the whole reason people come to me, is because they're struggling with honesty, congruency, integrity, and that affects your self-esteem. So for example, I remember a time when just small things, and this leads up to big things, and that's the difference. That's what makes the difference in life with the people that are successful or unsuccessful, people that are happy and unhappy. It's the small things that you do. It's the small habits you do in your life. And it takes one to know one. So I went from, I've said it before, I was never a dishonest person, but because of fear and anxiety and the terror of being judged by people, and being frightened by not being liked, or being abandoned or ostracized away from people, I had trouble speaking my mind. That one little thing that stopped me affected me getting a job, because I had trouble doing the job I really wanted to do, because part of me didn't feel I deserved to do the job, and I couldn't get the sound out that I needed. I couldn't say the words to get the job, because I struggled with honesty. So I've just realised it now, as I don't really see struggling with women as any different to struggling with life. When I did a talk for Simon Spencer in London, I did a really good talk about self-love and attracting women, and the whole talk was really about my struggle from dishonesty to honesty, and how it changed my life, and how I was sharing that with people. I share my story, and that's what I teach. Of course it's challenging. It's challenging for me sometimes, because there's always a bit of us that thinks, I don't really want to say that, what if the person doesn't take it well? But like I said before, if you do it from a loving place, if you do it from a congruent place, and you're honest about it, and you're calm, you're sincere, it won't usually affect people negatively. It actually help them. It fixes relationship. Basically, honesty is love. Dishonesty is fear. And of course, you probably don't want to hear this in a video, but you know it's true. You know that's what you're struggling with at the moment. That's why you get an approach anxiety. That's why you get social anxiety. That's why you've got lots of fears and insecurities, because you're frightened of the truth. You're frightened to be honest. And the honesty is not just about having a conversation with a woman, although it's very much about that. The honesty is about being who you really want to be, and not pretending, or not doing things for the sake of pleasing people, a people pleaser. But at the same time, treating people with respect, being kind. So like I said, I have it sometimes, because obviously this happens, I suppose, in any business. When you're a businessman and you're selling products, people will get in touch with me, but they're not even able to make a PayPal payment. And I just think to myself, you're really going to struggle if you can't keep a promise and make a payment, or make excuses and say, my PayPal broke, or I couldn't do that. Now I'm not disputing that sometimes happens, but I can sometimes tell people are lying. I understand they're frightened, because coming to me means changing their life. And I work with loads of people that are really good with their integrity. Obviously they're still struggling with it with women, but they're really on time. They pay when they say they're going to pay. They show up on time for the teaching. So can you see what I'm talking about? These are the traits that people are attracted to. This is what real high self-esteem women want. They want a man that they can trust. So think about it. Why would a woman go to bed with you or give you her number out on the street if she can sense that you don't trust yourself and you're not honest? I had to ask myself these questions starting out. I had to ask these questions around the time when I was knocking around and doing the street stuff with Floyd. And then I went off on my own and I did it myself. I was around a lot of dishonesty. I was around friends that, that struggled, to be honest. I just knew it. We all struggled, and eventually I got so sick and tired of living like that, I thought, I'm just going to take the mask off. And I did the video, which I really love. I know you guys loved it. I thought it was very inspiring. I've watched it back myself. A message to all frightened men. I'm going to leave a link at the top. So this is what I work on every day, and this is why you guys see me having an amazing dating life. My life is changing, my business has changed, because I'm just working all the time on honesty. It doesn't mean that I don't make mistakes, and sometimes I might tell a white lie and then I'll apologize for it, but I'm extremely honest. That's what my teaching's about, and that's why guys love working with me, because they'll just feel it. Fucking hell, Johnny's he's genuine, he's helping, and I've said it before. That's why sometimes when I go and do the big talks, the public talks, I think, oh fucking hell, I'm a bit nervous, because I'm so honest. It takes courage to tell the truth. It takes a real man, it takes a warrior. And I've seen it, people struggle with honesty. I see it everywhere. And I also see people that are very good with honesty, and those people do very well in life. They do really well. They've got good friends, good family relationships, and any bullshit, they just weed it out, because bullshit and honesty, it won't lie too long. It won't last at all. So if you've got a social circle, let's say you've got a social circle of 5 people, 5 close friends, and one gets really congruent, really honest, he ain't gonna last in a social circle. The guys they're gonna just fall off. They won't be able to sit around him. They won't be able to handle his honesty, his integrity. It will threaten them. It will threaten, or on a positive note, it will force them to change and become honest and connect better. So this is something that you need to work on if you're struggling right now. So it's no wonder if it's really difficult for you to get laid with a girlfriend, or you're just finding it very hard to trust people. You're finding it difficult to make friends. You feel paranoid. I went through all this stuff, so I understand. So I'm not having a dig at you, I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying what I see, and I see it in the pickup community. I see lots of flaws in it, lots of dishonesty, lots of teachings that are not really tried and tested. They're just sort of, they're kind of, I wouldn't say they're fully dishonest, but I would say they're not fully honest. It's not fully honest. I think people know it as well, but people are too frightened to step out. So they just agree with what the masses do. But I've always been a warrior, I've always been a leader. If I think something's right and everyone else is against me, I go the other way. I go towards the truth, I go towards honesty. It's very important for me. It's important in my business as well, it's important in my teaching, it's important in my own life. So I won't tolerate anything that's not pure, that's not honest. I weed it out, I get it out. I'm definitely for forgiveness though. I forgive anyone and I'm all for love. But I realise you can't force people to be honest. They've got to want to do it. You wouldn't have been able to get me to be honest years ago when I was 19 and I got caught for being a bit silly by the police for selling cannabis, and then I really bucked up my ideas. And I wasn't really living an honest life back then. I didn't really want to do it. I was frightened. I wanted to fit in with people. And when I went to court, they said, Mr. Halloran, you're the most unlikely drug dealer we've ever come to face with, because they could just see that this is not a real person. This is not, I didn't want to do it. And they gave me a slap on the wrist. They didn't put me inside, and I was able to change my life around, go to the gym, I started working on myself. And so it's so powerful, and it's not a weakness, because I know that's what people think. They think, oh, if I really be honest and show myself, people are going to attack me, they're going to take advantage of me, they're going to hit me at my weak spots. But I'm making myself so pure, so righteous that can't happen. No one can catch you out. You can't be embarrassed, you can't be caught out. And if you're embarrassed, so what? So be it. So I really don't, I guess I really don't care what people think about me anymore, to some degree. I really don't care. So this is what you got to work on. And I'm telling you, you'll attract very beautiful women. I've done another video, I may upload it at some point. It might be on the members area, I've got to check through, because I've got lots of videos backlog. And I speak about how you behave, what you project, you get back. So if you're dishonest and you're kind of sleeping around and you don't trust people, you'll have a woman like that right next to you. It's almost impossible to have a woman next to you with integrity, honesty and congruency, because you just wouldn't be a vibrational match for each other. You would irritate each other. vibrations would be like, wouldn't work. So that's my job as a teacher, and I love the guys I work with, because those guys were me. They were me when I was struggling. They're struggling with honesty and integrity, and I help them to be honest. And through the practice of honesty and through living an honest life, you do connect to love. You can't, there's no other way. So, and remember, I didn't say I'm a saint, because it's a struggle for me some days, guys. There's certain areas of my life where it challenges me, where I'm like, oh shit, this is coming up, I've got to face this situation. This involves me being bluntly honest, and it may make me have a bit fearful, because of course we've all got a side that wants to kind of protect ourselves, but I just keep being honest. And it was something I said before, that having a mentor really helped me to get more authentic, because we can always work on it. And of course we get calibrated with it. We don't just run around saying to women, I want to F you, I want to F you, I want to F you, I hate you, I like you. You be social skills with it. But like I said, if you're having trouble making a PayPal payment, you need to really question yourself. How on earth are you going to change your dating life? How are you going to grow an online business if you can't keep your promise? That's how I built JohnnyBerba.com. JohnnyBerba.com was built on honesty. It was built on promise. I promised to put out videos to you guys, and you guys trust me. We have a good relationship with each other. I may not see all of you in person. We may not go around for each other's house for dinner. It's a possibility in the future when I have a party and I invite all of you down. That would be some party. 22,000 people would be a concert. But do you see my point? My honesty shines through. That's what you guys like about it. That's what I like about myself. That's what I like about you guys. You guys are honest, or you're on the path to becoming honest. I know it's not easy. I never said it's easy. But what is easy? What of value, anything good in our life, it's not easy. That's why we appreciate when we get it. And that's why my YouTube videos are awesome. That's why they're inspiring. That's why you see an average looking guy with supreme confidence and honesty and humbleness attracting women effortlessly, and also making mistakes as well. Because when you're honest, you will turn some people away. Some people won't be for it, but that's fantastic, because you find out who your friends are. You find out who's meant to be in your life and who's not. But there's no begrudging anyone. So something to really think about for men and women, because I've encountered, it's not just a male problem, women have it as well. Some women struggle just as bad as men. I've been on dates with women before, and they ain't even got the confidence to tell me that they find me attractive. I was going to make a bit of a joke, say, can you believe that? But I can see that they really like me, and then it takes them an hour to just compliment me when they could have just said it straight away. I love complimenting. When guys say you shouldn't compliment women, that's absolute fucking nonsense. It's bollocks. I can compliment a woman as many times as I want. I don't have a limited amount of compliments. I like being kind to people. I enjoy it, especially when it comes from a sincere place, which it always does. I like get my words out, getting fucking passionate. I like complimenting men. If I like something about a guy, I compliment. If I think a man's handsome, I'll tell him he's handsome. I'm not gay, I'm a straight man, but I appreciate or I like his jacket. So the honesty comes from self-esteem. You've got to feel good enough to say it. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you're struggling, as I said, to make a PayPal payment or just to book some coaching, you really have to question, fucking hell, get your act together. Seriously, honestly. If I pay someone, I make a promise, I show up. And if I make mistakes, I apologise. I made a mistake a few weeks ago. I arranged a seminar and I cancelled it, and I felt bad for doing it. I don't like letting people down, because it's not often I do that. Very rare I'll do that. I'm very punctual. I'm always on time. I show up before the time. That's my mum. That's my mum in me. So we do make mistakes, but we've got to put our hands up and say, I'm sorry, I apologise, it won't happen again. There's no point keep doing it. But yeah, the honesty is important, man, for men and women. How are we going to move forward? How are we going to trust each other if we're not honest? Forget it. Don't expect to trust anyone. Don't expect to sleep well at night. Don't expect to get rid of the panic attacks. Don't expect the anxious feeling to go away. So you have to clear up fear with honesty, step by step, day by day, year by year. And you feel good. Like I said, you've got nothing to hide. You can look into people's eyes, you feel comfortable, and you get the results. Let me cut the bullshit. You get laid with attractive women. That's how I really started to get laid. Of course, at the start, I said it. I was not honest when I started with women. I used tricks, or I would say I wasn't 100% myself. I was hiding. I always had good intentions, but once I got more confidence and I realized this is not good. This is not good for me. It's not good for the woman. It's not good for my life. It will manifest into your life. If you go out on the street and do day game and you're lying to women, you'll become a liar in your life. You'll be lying to your family and your friends, and you'll be lying to yourself. You'll probably be doing a job that you absolutely despise. You'll be in a relationship with a woman that you don't want to be in a relationship with. It will manifest in all your life. It's like a boogeyman. It will show everywhere. And you'll probably rationalize it. You'll probably try and deny it. You'll create ways so that you don't have to see that you're lying. It'll be there, trust me, and it'll be rumbling on the inside. So to get rid of the boogie monster and to feel that self-love and cut my bullshit, to start getting legs if you want that, of lots of attractive women, or to have an amazing girlfriend, or to feel amazing in your life and do good things, you've got to start working on your integrity. You can't blame outside. I hear lots of guys saying it, oh, but it's this guy's fault and it's this fault and this. It's not, it's you. You're the problem, you're the solution. I was the problem. I was the biggest complainer in the world. I always blame people. It's the weather, it's the politics, it's my friend, it's the guy at school that bullied me 10 years ago. If he didn't bully me, I wouldn't struggle to meet women. Could be partly true, but it's in my hands. He's not bullying me now. He's not sitting by you poking you. He's not even around. He's gone. So, has to be practiced, as I said. In the pickup community, I don't see enough honesty. That's my job. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach what I teach. Keep teaching it. Keep teaching the truth. Keep teaching the guys honesty. Keep showing them the way. That's what God made me do. He said, show them the way. Show the frightened men the way, Johnny. You suffered. You struggled. You was embarrassed. You was insecure. You felt ashamed. You felt you couldn't trust anyone. You felt you weren't good enough. You've made that change. Show them the way. Tell them exact truth. Show them exactly how you do it. How you do it. Everything you know. Don't hold back on nothing. And that's what I'm doing. That's why it's challenging but very rewarding. I get a massive buzz out of it. I can't sleep lately because I'm so excited. It's different to the days where I couldn't sleep because I had panic and fear, and I had all this just lots of psychological blocks and lots of feelings that something bad was going to happen, living every day like that. Now it's like I'm excited something good's going to happen. So honesty is so important. It runs down very small. So for example, I'm going to give you some ethical living. If you borrow 20 quid off your mate, don't say to him that you're going to pay him back next week, and when the time comes you don't pay him, you switch your phone off, or you make a lie. Don't fucking lie. Pay him back on time. Otherwise, don't borrow the money. Or just tell him, say, if I'm going to borrow the money, I don't know when I can give it back to you. It may be a year, but are you okay with that? Honesty and congruence is the only way forward. It's the only way to build proper relationships. Don't steal. Don't lie. It's like we told my kids that the best policy is fucking honesty. Don't lie to women. If you want a girlfriend that's not going to cheat on you, then don't fucking lie. And if you think that being honest is not being alpha, you are very, very fucking mistaken. I'm passionate. It's being the most alpha male you can be. When you're very confident, your self-esteem is high, you've got nothing to lie about. You've got nothing to lie about. That's why a girl said to me the other day, she's seen some of my videos, oh, don't you feel embarrassed or not you worried that you put yourself all over the internet? No, I'm not. I'm proud. I love what I do. What's to be embarrassed of? I love my work. I'm helping people and I get massive joy out of it. And I get paid very well. So on every area I'm happy. I help people, I change their life, I change my life. It makes me a living. It allows me to bring out my creativity. It makes me work on myself. It makes me work on my insecurities. And it shows I love who I am. I love what I do. I just looked at it and said, no, of course not. What she was really saying was, she feels that way. She would feel embarrassed to put herself out. She's got embarrassment. I'm not judging her. I'm just saying what I see and what is the truth, and that's how I used to feel. So of course I don't. Love doing it. Love doing the work. This is what I love to do. So don't complain that no one wants to be friends with you. That's rubbish. You don't want to be friends with you. Do you want to be friends with you? Because I used to have to ask myself that question. I used to say, a woman would never want to be with me. Women are fucking horrible. They're mean. They can't be trusted, and they're all gold diggers. And I sat one day and I thought, if I was a good woman, would I want to go out with me? No, I fucking wouldn't. I had to be honest at the time. It was very difficult, very painful to admit that. Now I say to myself, if I was a woman, would I want to go out with Johnny Berba? And I say, of course I would. And I'm not being arrogant. Of course, very attractive man, very attractive, very honest, very sincere, full of interesting person. Sometimes I'm a git as well, but do you see my point? Relationship with self is important. Dishonest with me, dishonest with yourself. Can't make a PayPal payment on time. Fucking hell, you got problems. We've all got problems. You've got big problems. You have to solve it at a small level. Like me walking into the shop, another guy complaining, commenting before on a video about just nonsense, expecting everything free. That's another thing that's dishonest. You don't go into a shop and say, I'm not going to pay for it, I'll just take it for free. That's how you end up with no one. You drive everyone away. I'll have a bit of Pepsi, I need a bit of sugar, calm down. So, We attract what we are. We attract what we are. I used to get what I was, which was violent, jealous, aggressive, mood swings, problems and more problems, 99, 1,000 problems, and I got that in my life. Now I'm a good person. What do I get in my life? Most of the time, good people. So, really important. Really important. I remember, last story I'm going to leave you with. I can't remember the exact time, but it was a period when I really felt my game or my personal development go to the next level with women. I'd done all the sleeping around stuff, but it was a particular time, I can't remember the date or the woman, I'm sorry, but I was on a date and I remember just feeling really, really comfortable, really safe. I remember just sitting there thinking, this is amazing, I've got nothing to hide. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm not bothered about what she thinks about me, and I'm just happy to be in her company. I'm happy she's in my company, and I'm just happy sitting here. This is it, this is everything I worked up to get to. It's always about being socially relaxed and taking away all of the sort of blackmailing fears and all of the shame and insecurity. This is all I ever wanted. And then I realised that's all everyone else wants, and I felt good, felt amazing. And of course I got laid with her. Of course I did. And that's my style, that's my secret. It's honesty, keep saying it. No tricks. There's no do this, do this, do this. Or when she says this, you say this. Or you'd be horrible to her to get this. Or you give her this, your hands behind your back, your tricks. Your hands behind your back, you show her this, but you're giving her this. Nah, hands on the table, honest man. God-serving man, honest man. Do make mistakes sometimes, but on the whole, honest person. And if I make mistakes, I tell you guys about it. I send it in my fucking newsletter. I do what Gandhi did. I write in my newsletter. If I watch some porn and I have a wank, I tell all of you about it. I'm not embarrassed. I tell all of you about it because I don't want it to try and blackmail me or trick me. And I did do that a few weeks ago. I was naughty. See the honesty? I come forward. Because I haven't been sleeping with women for 3.5 months. It's been very difficult, very difficult. But I've used that energy and I'm challenging it in doing positive work and helping people. But I made a mistake, but I'm honest about it, you see? But when it comes to showing up on time, same with a 6 weeks program. Someone comes to me and says to me, can your program help me? Will it change me? The first question I say, do you want to change? Do you want to do the work? Are you gonna put 100% in? And they say, yes, I am. Then it's going to transform your life. Because you're the teacher, you're going to do the work. I'm going to support you, I'm going to help you, I'm going to show you a pathway, you're going to walk down it. You walk down it with honesty, you're going to see your fucking whole reality change. You're going to see you going on dates with attractive women, you're going to see that you're not going to feel angry around people or judgment or you can't trust them. You're going to start feeling the self-love, you're going to feel the self-esteem start rising very quickly. And then I won't need to tell you what to do. I won't need to say this or say, I don't need to say that. So we know what the truth is, we know how to be honest. So we got to behave, we got to treat people how we want to be treated. We have to, otherwise we will not be happy. We'll just be going around in the days like that, oh, with the head down. So practice being honesty. Watch my videos. Want to see an honest man at work? Watch my videos. Alright? Last thing I want to leave you with, I've said it before. Join my social circle group. My goal is to build fellowship amongst men and create an army or a kingdom of honest men, of beautiful, honest men, congruent men that will improve their relationships. This is what I want to contribute. So if you join my social circle, you're going to meet lots of like-minded people. Remember, it's working really well for me. I've worked really hard at this. I'm really enjoying myself. But some days I struggle as well. Some days it's tough for me because it is challenging. Sometimes certain situations challenge me. But with personal relationships, with women, with teaching guys, most areas when I meet people, and it's amazing how much it draws people in and how much it pushes out the negativity in your life that you don't want. So whatever we don't want in ourselves, or we don't want other people to do to us, we've got to change it and treat people the same. Alright? Enjoy the process of being honest. Remember, if you're dishonest, I'm going to come and get you. Bye.